man, you know, as a youngster, when I made that decision to jump off in them streets, I already knew what I was gonna do when it went sour. Not if it's go sour, when it went sour. Cause one thing about it, man, when you out there in them streets, eventually it's gonna go sour. So I already had my mind made up when I jumped off the porch that I'm gonna stay solid, free, all the way to the electric chair, if it came to that. You know what I'm saying? That just was my thought process. Even when the feds came, even before they gave me the numbers, I was like, man, I'm staying solid. Even if they give me the death penalty, they give me life, they give me the electric chair, I'm staying solid. You know what I'm saying? Because I felt like I had to stay solid, man, because my great grandpa that I was raised up under, I'm talking about nothing but solid, man. And I got all my traits from him. And my sister boyfriend, he just told me a couple weeks ago, he was like, man, he said, man, you look just like your great grandpa nigga right now. And he ain't lying. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I think about when I was young and when I was watching him, and then I think about myself, and I see myself in him. Even when I was doing what I was doing on the streets, I was him. I would always see his picture in my mind when I was doing things. I was like, man, this is the type of shit that daddy used to do. And another thing I had in my mind, man, it was like, you know your kids, man, they look at you as Superman. They think you the strongest, they think you the best in the world. And I didn't want to take that image from them. You know what I'm saying? Because even though my daddy wasn't around, I felt the same way about him. And when people would come talk to me about my daddy, they would always make me feel good. So I was like, that's the same effect that I want to have, you know, when people talk about me to my kids. You know what I'm saying? I just couldn't take the fact, you know, to each his own, you know what I'm saying? I ain't knocking nobody for doing what they do. I'm just telling you what I do. I couldn't take the fact that when somebody asks my kids who their daddy is, and they tell them who their daddy is, and they look my kids in the face and tell my kids, your daddy a rat. I couldn't put my kids through that, man. I just couldn't imagine it, man. I was like, man, I can't do that to my kids. You know what I'm saying? Less alone to myself, but especially I was like, man, I can't do that to my kids, man. I didn't want that for my kids, man. I wanted my kids to be able to stick their chests out when people talk to them about me. And I thought about that. You know, I was like, man, I want my kids to hold their head up, have their chin up when somebody tell them about their daddy. You know what I'm saying? So I had to stay strong for them and for me and for my family. But for most of all, man, I wanted my kids to be able to stick their chests out when they talk to them about their daddy, man. And I thought that's what it was all about, you know? So, I mean, I see a lot of dudes out here, man, they got their kids, you know, really in messed up situations, but I don't know if they care about it like that. I don't know if they look at it like that. I'm just telling you how I always looked at it. You know what I'm saying? And I want my kids to walk around and hold their head up when people talk to them about me.